today. Gorgeous afternoon for baseball. It's the Angels and the Athletics coming up on Comcast Sportsnet California. Hey again, everybody. Welcome to I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, over the years, the A's and the Angels have played some terrific games. Not always pretty like yesterday, but kind of wild, and we've seen some wild finishes for both sides, especially for the A's, right?
Well, it's always fun when they come here, especially when it goes in the A's' favor, and it happened on 3 different times. Scott Shields on a simple bunt by Marco Scutaro with Nick Swisher at first, tried to tag him, threw it down the right field line. You know what happens here at the Coliseum with the foul territory? Nick Swisher scoring all the way from first on a sacrifice bunt. That was a game winner. Bottom of the 9th inning, Nick Swisher, remember him? Did a great job. This is one of the best. Francisco Rodriguez thought that should have been the strike. So does Catcher Molina. Kind of just looked at the ball, and there comes Jason Kendall from a dead stop at third base. Scored the winning run in the bottom of the 9th inning again as a game winner. That's a great look, isn't it? Francisco Rodriguez. And then just the other night with Joe Saunders, we had it in this series as well. A pickoff attempt to first base. Rajai Davis almost tripped at second, but he circled the bases, and he scored the run. This was not a game winner, but it helped the A's win the ball game against Joe Saunders and the Angels. So a lot of excitement, especially when the Angels in town. Couldn't happen to a better group of guys.
All right, I'll let you catch your breath for a minute. Pitching matchup, pretty good one. John Lackey and Brett Anderson. Of course, Anderson, he's had a little extra rest between his last 3 starts, and he's been very good.
Well, the key for him, he's healthy. Last Sunday against the Rays in Tampa Bay, he had a little stiffness to his back. He came out after 4 innings, so he's pitching well, especially with the extra rest, which he last pitched last Sunday, so that should help him. John Lackey, of course, a very tough right-hander, as always. Good off-speed pitches, especially when he's behind in the count. But this veteran is a free agent. Should be interesting for him the remainder of this season. Of course, he's trying to help the Angels win the division and even go beyond that. But a very good pitcher for Mike Scioscia.
Now, the A's scored enough runs yesterday. They just didn't pitch, and they did not play very good defense. But some of the A's bats starting to come alive, including Matt Holliday. Holliday has a home run in this series. So does Bobby Crosby, and so does Jack Cust. The A's have hit 3 in this 4-game series. It'll be the A's, and it'll be the Angels, the series finale from the Coliseum when we come back. A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Comcast HD, with more HD than anyone, period. We are underway from the Coliseum as Sean Figgins in the box and Brett Anderson has thrown the first pitch. It was a bit inside. So the final game of this series. Figgins on the second pitch bounces one toward third, where Adam Kennedy takes care of it. So one out here in the first. Let's check the game time weather, brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission is free. The boardwalk is open daily. A beautiful Sunday afternoon. Not a cloud in the sky. 81 degrees. The Angels have taken 2 of the first 3 games, including yesterday, an 11-6 win. So a win today, and the A's will send the Angels out of town 2-2 in this series. As Anderson pitches to Eric Aybar, a couple of switch hitters at the top of this Angels lineup.
Well, Adam Kennedy, as he showed with handling the ball hit by Sean Figgins after the bunts, the first game of the series, he's been up on the grass ever since and trying to take away the bunts from Figgins and Aybar. So he gets 2 balls hit right to him. Perfect.
A jam shot, 2 outs. Here's the Angels lineup for this afternoon, brought to you by McDonald's. Figgins, Aybar, Abreu, Napoli, Matthews Jr., Kendrick, Wood, Mathis, and Reggie Willits. A few changes in that Angels lineup. Defensively for the Athletics, Holiday, Hairston, and Sweeney in the outfield, Kennedy, Cabrera, Ellis, Giambi on the infield, and Kurt Suzuki. On Kurt Suzuki jersey giveaway day is behind the plate. So 2 quick outs for Brett Anderson, and now he'll face Bobby Abreu. The Angels won Thursday night 6-2. The A's won Friday night 7-3, and then yesterday an 11-6 Angels win. And 1-1 now to Bobby Abreu with Mike Napoli in the on-deck circle.
Scoreboard radar showing that one at 96 miles per hour, which good. Remember the extra rest that Brett Anderson has been getting lately, and it's paying off.
Mark Ellis, couple steps to his right, and Brett Anderson has a 3-up, 3-down top of the first inning. A's come to bat in the bottom of the first against John Lackey. No score.
Leading off for the Athletics, third baseman, number 29, Adam Kennedy.
No score, bottom of the first inning. Here's the A's lineup, brought to you by McDonald's. Kennedy, Cabrera, Hairston, Holiday, Cuss, Suzuki, Giambi, Sweeney, and Ellis. See Giambi's career numbers against John Lackey. In fact, most of the guys in the A's lineup have a lot of at-bats against Lackey for obvious reasons. They've faced Big John many times. So Adam Kennedy with a .287 average, 7 home runs and 32 runs batted in. 3 for 13 in the series for Kennedy. Grounds that one towards short. Eric Ibar showing very good range in this series, and he takes care of Kennedy. 1 out. Angels line up like this defensively. Willits, Matthews, and Abreu in the outfield. Figgins, Ibar, Kendrick, and Wood on the infield. Jeff Mathis is the catcher, and there's John Lackey.
Just his 13th start. Did not pitch this year until May the 16th, his first start, and had been on the disabled list. But the veteran pitcher who started the World Series Game 7, 2002 as a rookie, and here he is looking at free agency.
Diving play by Brandon Wood, and Wood takes a double away from Orlando Cabrera. Not bad for a guy who's really learning how to play first base on the fly, and that's the young man Brandon Wood.
Well, he's had some chances up because of injuries, playing shortstop, third base, but gets a shot at first base with the left-hander Brett Anderson on the mound, and showing his athleticism, being able to handle a ball that looked like it was headed right field for a double.
Scott Hairston steps in. Hairston got the day off yesterday. Remember, he was hit by a pitch by Justin Spire in the 8th inning on Friday night. So just precautionary. He sat out yesterday.
No x-rays on the left wrist as it swelled up on him a little bit, but doctors felt it was okay for him to play after taking yesterday off.
Base hit left field for Scott Hairston. Went down and got that Lackey breaking ball.
Well, as we talked about the breaking pitch from John Lackey, he likes to throw it even more so. His velocity in his fastball maybe not where it had been. So he goes to the breaking ball. Maybe Scott Hairston thinking, well, I'm going to get a curveball 1-0. He did, and found a hole between third and short for a 2-out base hit. It's amazing how the scouting reports are so important, and the tendencies seem to follow true to form. In that case, it did.
Matt Holliday takes inside. Well, we have seen Lackey enough, Ray. We're almost at times amazed at how many breaking balls he throws. Yeah. He'll throw 3-0. And it's a very good one. And it's probably his best pitch. Swing and a miss by Holliday. Fastball with a little cut to it. Holliday 279 with 9 homers and 47 runs batted in. He's had a good series. 4 hits, including a homer and a double, and he has knocked in 4. Hairston was thinking about going, and that's the new A's, folks, right there, huh? Stolen base in the first inning. A's have 6 steals in this series.
He was inching off towards, he's either faking everybody out or actually was going to go, and Lackey would not deliver the ball to the plate.
How about that? 18 steals in the month of July, most in the majors, along with the Angels. That's a great stat.
But I think more than anything, it puts the clubs on notice and get them thinking about it. As the case with Joe Saunders a couple of nights ago, threw the ball away.
There goes Hairston. Throw to second base. Not in time. Another stolen base. Number 7 in this series.
Well, Jeff Mathis on Friday when the A's stole 4 bases, and just a tremendous jump by Scott Harrison. Straight steal all the way. And Matt Holliday taking the pitch, and that's very important to try to steal a base before 2 strikes on the batter, which allows the hitter to take the pitch. Get 2 strikes, he's going to have to swing. Try to protect with 2 strikes, especially with 2 outs. And drive him in, and it turns out to be a huge stolen base.
There's that same fastball. You see it kind of cutting away from Holliday, and he misses it 2-2. Holliday had a pair of steals in yesterday's game. Got him swinging. 3 fastballs, and Holliday missed them all. So the A's strand Scott Hairston at second, and we're scoreless after 1.
Napoli.
Top of the second inning, no score. Brett Anderson had a very nice 3 up, 3 down top of the first inning, 3 ground ball outs. Looking for win number 6.
And by the way, he pitches very quickly, and here we are in the second inning, just showing his numbers. That's how quickly a 7-pitch inning went for him in the top half of the first, and 17 start for the youngster, and quite an accomplishment for he and Trevor Cahill, the first Oakland A's, and younger than 22 to make at least 16 starts in a season. Trevor made 17. This is 17 for, actually 19 for Trevor, but the last 2, and I tell you, if they can be as good as Brett Saberhagen and Mark Gubicza, Kansas City Royals, that'd be pretty good.
That would be okay, yeah.
But for Saberhagen, who won a few Cy Young Awards, he always won them in odd years. So, won a Cy Young Award every other year. That's not bad. Is it Cahill 19 now, or is it 18?
Cahill's made 19. This is 17 for Anderson.
Yeah.
I was just looking at Vin Mazzaro. He's made 9, so he'll get there.
Yeah. Gio Gonzalez to the mix too.
Yeah.
Still a consideration of maybe going to a 6-man rotation. Justin Duxer comes back, and as there definitely is going to be a concern about the youngsters having pitched not as much in the past because it's 3rd season, professional season for Brett Anderson. You look at the ages of the starting staff for the A's, that's impressive. A great group of young kids to build around, build a very good major league club.
Good curveball, and Mike Napoli swings and misses. So 1 out in the top of the second. It's our Firestone leaderboard. AL rookie strikeout leaders. No surprise that Anderson and Bailey are on there. Ricky Romero having a very nice year for Toronto, even though he spent some time on the disabled list.
Well, they're talking about impressive for Andrew Bailey. He's pitching out of the bullpen in 62 strikeouts, and the other guys are starters.
Pitch like that out of the bullpen, you go to the All-Star game.
Yeah, might even be Rookie of the Year, too. Who knows? You really think about pitching in Midland Double-A baseball last year, and here you are sitting in a big league bullpen right now.
It's cooler here this year than it was in Midland last year on the 19th of July.
And I'm sure Andrew Bailey is pitched by Gary Matthews Jr. And that's all right, because a guy named Reggie Jackson used to do that here quite often. Spin himself on the ground after swinging very hard. But Brett Anderson, 21, but it's really impressive to see how much these young pitchers are learning and from start to start. And of course, working with the A's excellent pitching coach Kurt Young, and talking to Brett Anderson start of the weekend about some of the changes he's made since he started at the major league level at the beginning of the season. And you know, he developed that pattern of pitching inside a little bit too much, as found out with Pablo Sandoval at San Francisco. Hit a home run. He's looking for the fastball in, so he's using both sides of the plate a little bit more consistently. He's staying on one side of the pitching rubber, which is the third base side, and using his breaking ball, which he just, every start is a learning experience, and he's getting better and better. So he's positioned right now, right in that location. He'd been moving back and forth depending on the right and left-handed batters, but he's now positioned there exclusively.
Right on the inside corner, perfect pitch with the fastball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Brett Anderson. Well, he's off to a good start, Ray. Yeah. Can he top what he did at Fenway Park?
That's going to be hard. First of all, not Fenway Park, but he's got everything working. He had it all working at Fenway Park, and the breaking ball to Big Papi David Ortiz. He had the fastball working inside, a 2-hit shutout, 111 pitches against the Boston Red Sox in their home yard. There's that good fastball outside after a fastball inside struck out Gary Matthews.
Yeah, tough to top that one.
But to be able to make that in your 14th start, I mean, that's a great way to start a major league career.
Well, looking at last year, Ray, when he pitched in Single-A and Double-A, a grand total of 105 innings pitched. Now he's just closing in on 90 this year, so that's where the A's are going to show the most caution right there. So you general progression of innings pitched. You know, after 105 last year, maybe you start thinking 125, 130, maybe a little bit more even, see where he's at.
Talking 20-25% increase over the previous year. But this is the major leagues, not minor leagues.
Hit hard on the ground by Howie Kendrick, but Mark Ellis has it. And 6 up and 6 down for Brett Anderson. Bottom of the second coming up. It'll be Jack Cuss leading it off. Bottom of the second inning, no score. Lackey and Anderson. The good pitching matchup today. Jack Cuss steps in. It would be Cuss, Suzuki, and Giambi. He's got a 2-out hit from Scott Hairston against Lackey in the first inning, but that was it. Cuss deep down the left field line, but foul. Cuss with a home run yesterday, his 15th of the year. It came in the 9th inning.
3-2 fastball. And that's number 15. No worry about a changeup, as Jared Lever was featuring a lot of changeups in 3-2 counts yesterday, early to get part of the game. Could not get 5 innings to get the win.
And he's made a game of it yesterday. Came back with 4 runs in the 4th inning to close the lead to 8-5. Could not get any closer. Right down the middle, and that's a strike. So back-to-back strikeouts for John Lackey. An emotional day yesterday for Kurt Suzuki. There's John Wilhite, the friend of Kurt Suzuki and former teammate who was the lone survivor in the car crash that killed Nick Adenhart and 2 others. But it's great to see John. He's had a long road back rehab-wise, but he's doing great.
Kurt, of course, he and his wife, Cabrera's, are raising money for the funds of over $50,000. The funds have been raised for medical costs. But you know what was great about yesterday? I had a chance to visit with John downstairs, and you know, the injuries that he sustained, unimaginable to think that he could actually walk out, you know, much less throw a first pitch. And he was concerned about getting the ball to the plate because he can't turn his head. And you noticed he turned to the side and at the same time moved his whole body to throw the ball to Kurt Suzuki, and threw it in the air, made a great throw, great pitch, and it was very touchy, very emotional yesterday. And to see him and the Angels all out on the field as well as the A's players, and so it was a great effort by John Wilhite, and even more so by Cabrera's and Suzuki's and all baseball, raising funds for his medical costs.
Well, yesterday alone, the A's and the Angels, led by Kurt Suzuki and Orlando Cabrera, strike 3 called on the outside corner. But yesterday alone here at the Coliseum, more than $18,000 was raised, adding to that the total of what you said, a little over $50,000 for John Wilhite's recovery. So it was a good day. Even though the A's lost the game, but I'm sure it was a special day for Kurt Suzuki.
It was good to see him get the double, hit the double in his last at bat. He was really trying hard previous 4 at bats and finally did hit the double.
Well, and I was reading a couple articles on John Wilhite, and quite frankly, he's a very lucky young man.
Wow.
What I read was that his injury, I don't know exactly what it was, but it's about, he had about a 5 to 10% chance of recovering, and he's recovering.
Well,
so
even living, as he did a Diamond Vision spot where he talked a little bit, and he said doctors told him 95% of the people who had the same type of injuries died on the scene.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
That's how fortunate he was to survive, and you know, just the unfortunate the other 3 that lost their lives.
2-1 to Jason Giambi, and that pitch just a bit low.
Well, here's the fastball. Suzuki is called out, and maybe we have our there it is. Oh, we've got the line-to-line strike zone this afternoon. There we go. Yeah, the old line-to-line. We've had a few of those this year, and that great Tommy adds a camera that shows all.
Giambi hits one very high toward the line and right. It's going to come down eventually, and Bobby Abreu has it. Side retired. Couple of strikeouts for John Lackey. Will head to the 3rd, no score.
Webster Street in Alameda. Everyone will sign autographs and take pictures with fans for 1 hour. Get a chance to meet the 21-year-old right-hander who's going to be in an A's uniform for quite a while. He is an excellent young pitcher and nice personality for the young right-hander.
Brandon Wood is leading it off. Wood playing first base. So Juan Rivera getting the afternoon off, the left fielder, and Kendry Morales, the first baseman, getting the afternoon off. So Brandon Wood, very highly touted prospect. We've been hearing his name really for 2 or 3 years now for the Angels.
A power hitting shortstop in the minor leagues.
Yep.
Salt Lake's AAA. There's 17 home runs.
Played some third base as well, and the Angels started playing him some at first base like today. shallow right, and Sweeney is there. So that's 1 out here in the third. 7 in a row retired by Brett Anderson.
Yeah, the most important job of a catcher right now in Kurt Suzuki, after being called out on a pitch about 4 inches outside,
go right
go to
out
the
there.
same place.
You got a good argument, right?
Exactly. You say, you called me out on it, now give my pitcher the same pitch. And that's what you do. You just keep going out as far as you can until the umpire stops calling the pitch. But it's pretty obvious that Mike Winter's strike zone is quite wide today.
So turn a negative into a positive.
That's right. Yeah, it's already been a negative.
That's right. Jeff Mathis is the hitter. Mathis will be followed by Reggie Willits. This one popped up over our head into the upper deck. Angels are 50 and 38 on the year, and they have a 3-game lead over the Rangers. The Seattle Mariners just won their game, so the lead over the Mariners is 3.5. Line drive right at Mark Ellis, 2 outs.
Edgar Martinez tried very hard to tie it in Cleveland.
He did, yeah. Ichiro Suzuki made a leaping catch right at the top of the fence. Close to being a 2-run homer that would have tied it in the bottom of the 9th in Cleveland, but Ichiro made the catch, and it's a 5-3 Mariners win over the Indians.
There's no doubt the Angels have one of the best, if not the best, center fielders, and Torrey Hunter, Mr. Gold Glove, and Mr. Spider-Man, as they call him. And I think Ichiro is the Mariners version of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He can climb some walls.
So the Mariners now 49 and 43. They've won 3 in a row. So Seattle continues to play good baseball. Up and in. The Rangers will play tonight. The Twins in Texas, and the Twins going for the 3-game sweep. Liriano and Holland, the pitching matchup there. 1-2 to Reggie Willits, just a bit inside. 2-2.
And so far, Brett Anderson working very well both sides of the plate. He's mixing in the breaking balls, a few change-ups. So Kurt Suzuki's got all of the pitches working today.
There's that good curveball, and Willits just gets a piece of.
It's a fun time for a catcher when you see your pitcher, and of course catchers today will warm up the pitchers in the bullpen as they finish their warm-up toss and then see the 8 before the game. And boy, it's a great feeling to get behind the plate and know that you can put down any sign, any location, and the pitcher's going to hit the spot.
Mark Ellis has been busy, and he takes care of that. 9 up, 9 down for Brett Anderson. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. It'll be Sweeney, Ellis, and Kennedy for the A's. California. Both pitchers look to be top of their games in the early going. Lackey and Anderson. Lackey with 3 strikeouts. He's given up just 1 hit. Sweeney, Ellis, and Kennedy for the Athletics. On the ground. Kendrick takes care of it. 1 out. All right, let's check out our Comcast Sportsnet California poll for today. You saw it during A's pregame live. Which team do you enjoy seeing the A's beat the most? Ray, what do you think? Angels, Giants, Yankees, Red Sox? Boy, that's a tough call.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah, I was going to say, Angels, division, Giants, geographical, Yankees and Red Sox, just general dislike.
Well, high payrolls, you know. So, yeah.
So we're just going to say, I just don't know. All right. Okay. Mike Bertus has pointed at the Boston Red Sox.
Michael Baird brought up a big C, so we got all kinds of information.
Michael Baird, radio engineer across the way. He's awesome, by the way. He says C, Yankees. And we respect
BI?
both of Mike's opinions. BI? BI says Yankees. C.
Well, A's got to get their chance. 4 games next weekend and then come back to Coliseum.
That's right.
In August, and Yankees have yet to be here.
Charlene? Charlene says Yankees as well, so we got 3 Yankees and 1 Red Sox.
Yankees leading again 2-1 today. They won 2-1 yesterday afternoon. They're good. They're playing at home.
A little pop-up Kendrick out. See, I can get a free dinner if the A's beat the Giants. See, my brother's got to take me to dinner, so that's part of it too.
Speaking of free food.
Uh-oh.
No, the A's clubhouse. No, the A's clubhouse.
Yeah.
You've been down there on Saturdays at any day game. Steve Vucinich, Brian Davis, great crew down there.
Yep.
But guess who is always in the kitchen making up omelets? James Clark.
Yeah.
James in there.
Saw him in there yesterday.
Yeah, usually he's got Casey Chavez, puts his iPod, so he's got some music. But James is very good.
It's really a full production in there during a day.
It is. I mean, we were lucky to get a sinker when we came in. Get a donut before. You know,
a day-old donut?
I mean, guys don't have to eat at home anymore. They just come straight to clubhouse. But James is a good man. He does specialty waffle omelets, and one of the best.
It's good to be a ball player. How about that?
Yeah, that's right.
3 up, 3 down inning for Lackey. We're headed to the 4th. Carl's Jr., the teriyaki $6 burger with grilled pineapple, is back at Carl's Jr. Lots of sunshine this afternoon. No score in the top of the 4th inning. Brett Anderson has retired the first 9 Angels hitters he has faced. So top of the order, Figgins, Ibar, Abreu.
Adam Kennedy once again way in front of the third base bag on the grass, and may take away a bunt, but if he gets a ground ball with Anderson throwing the curveball inside and rolls over, just hope it doesn't hit the hole. Time it looked like Figgins was going to push a bunt towards first base and not try to go to the third base.
That one drilled foul down the left field line. Figgins homered leading off the game yesterday against Ben Mazzaro.
Slider down and in. He just dropped the head of the bat and quickly 1-0 leadoff home run is it.
Well, that time Brett Anderson did not get the strike call on the outside corner, so it's a full count. To left field where Matt Holliday is there. He's got it, 1 out. So Eric Ibar will step up.
Number 2, Eric Ibar.
Anderson has a couple of strikeouts in the ball game. He got Napoli and Matthews in the 2nd inning. Ibar, after the first pitch, pops it up.
Good changeup.
Giambi shading his eyes. He's got it for the 2nd out. First pitch changeup to a pretty aggressive hitter. Not a bad idea.
You can almost see the circle change the grip on the pitch thrown by Brett Anderson, and but the hitter can't see it. Good location away. Just kind of threw his bat at the ball. Jason Giambi fighting the tough sun here at the Coliseum. Sunglasses, using his glove, and a little back pedal in 2 hands. That's how you do it. That's your technique. Home Depot defense right there.
Yep. First pitch to Bobby Abreu is in for a strike. Brett Anderson up on the sideboard said 95 miles an hour with that fastball. And then he snaps in a nice curve, and it's 0-2.
And I would think the Angels would have, between Boston and today, they've watched the performance of Brett Anderson against the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park.
That's a good. Sorry, Randy.
If he mixes his pitches the way he is today, it doesn't matter what they looked at against the Red Sox, because he is using all of his pitches and using both sides of the plate. No pattern so far.
Good pitch by Anderson, and Mike Winters does not want to raise the right hand for Brett Anderson.
Well, he might be east and west with his strike zone, not necessarily north and south, up and down. Brett, a couple of steps towards the dugout, thought he had strike 3.
Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch, so he ends up striking out Abreu anyways. 12 straight retired by Brett Anderson. No score, bottom of the 4th coming up. Creek's Heat Wave of Cash, $25,000 in cash each Friday through Sunday. Visit cashcreek.com for details. First pitch to Orlando Cabrera in the bottom of the fourth is low. Cabrera, Hairston, and Holiday against John Lackey. And there's the good Lackey curveball. It breaks a lot and it breaks quickly, which is a pretty good combination for a curveball, and that's why Lackey has always been a guy who gets a lot of strikeouts. Is again on 0-2, and Cabrera strikes out, and he just turns around and says, I'm heading back to the dugout. 4 strikeouts for Lackey. And that one coming on just 3 pitches to Cabrera.
Well, right after him, the hard breaking ball with 2 strikes, and Cabrera started to go to first and said, why? But then nice just to go ahead and run anyways, courtesy, and you can always draw a throw and may throw it down the right field line. You never know. We've seen it happen before.
1 out for Scott Hairston. Bunted foul. Well, Ray, John Lackey, one of 5 pretty important players that will be free agents for the Angels. Figgins, Lackey, Guerrero, Abreu, and don't forget about Darren Oliver, who's been a very important part of the bullpen. So the Angels have some very interesting decisions to make this offseason. I don't know that they would sign all of those guys. They do have pretty good revenue stream, but
I think they proved last year that you can't hold them up.
Nope.
It happened with Francisco Rodriguez and Mark Teixeira, both of whom went to one of the Mets, one of the Yankees, but they were not going to be used by other clubs to try to build up their salary, their contracts. And you know, the one thing about the Angels, they made the trade last year to get Mark Teixeira, gave up Casey Kochman, but they also had Morales to be able to play first base. But they're not going to trade away their minor league prospects. They strongly believe in building a farm system just like the A's, and again, the different payroll they have, but still they have some good young players.
Yeah, I mean, you think, would they bring back both Abreu and Guerrero? I don't know. Is Guerrero just strictly a designated hitter now?
Well, remember Bobby Abreu was a free agent, and he just signed a 1-year contract with the Angels because he could not get the multi-year deal he wanted.
But I think Lackey is an interesting one. He very much wanted an extension before the season started. They did not get it worked out. He's a very, very good pitcher. 30 years old. But now disabled list last year, disabled list this year. And I'm just saying what a GM has to look at, because you really need to look at everything.
Well, especially for a pitcher, you give him a long-term deal. It's just like Barry Zelos at 7 years.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, Barry had never missed a start and still hasn't. But you really have to be concerned when you give a pitcher a long-term deal. And see the wins for John Lackey, where he stands. Chuck Finley with 165 at the top of the list.
And there's the walk.
That's some good takes, Scott Hairston. That's really having a feel of what he is doing. John Lackey, 2002, a rookie. Game 7 of the World Series. He was the starting pitcher. And located the fastball inside, good breaking ball. Of course, the Angels won the World Series.
Now that was his rookie year.
Yeah.
And he really is just continued on right from there. So he's definitely a quality guy. There's no question about that. I think your point is right on. Now it becomes length of contract.
Sure.
And if he were to go out on the free agent market, how far would a team go with him? And do the Angels want to go that far with the guy as far as length of contract? Holiday drives into right. Abreu back. He's got room on the warning track. Hairston tags up, bluffs to second, and now goes back.
But I remember reading after Lackey had made the start in the World Series, and Angels won the World Series. He was disappointed with his contract and he felt he deserved more money. Well, if you're a 1 to 3 year player for arbitration, you might as well just play and play hard for 3 years, because you're only going to get what the club's going to offer. You have no bargaining power, period.
So just don't say anything.
Don't say anything. Have 3 good years and you go to arbitration. Have 6 good, you go to free agency, and everybody in your whole world's set up for life.
Matthews will play it on a hop. That's a base hit for Cust. Hairston to third, and he'll make it with a slide. First and third for the A's here in the bottom of the 4th.
Jack Cust, who took a 2-strike fastball down the middle, his first at bat, was not going to wait around for anything later. Jumped on a first pitch. Actually, may have been the same pitch that he took for strike 3. Gary Matthews, very smart play, not trying to make the spectacular play. And Scott Hairston reading it, able to go to third base, but the A's will have to do something with 2 outs.
Suzuki struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Popped it up, got a curveball to hit, and he missed it. Kendrick has it, and the A's strand a pair. We're headed to the 5th. Still no score, A's and Angels. Question, answer the questions you submit at csncalifornia.com. Today, Benjamin from San Pablo says, hey, can a pitcher come into the game and pinch hit for a player? And if so, who was the last to do so?
If you want to embarrass the position player,
Yeah,
by all means.
Probably not a great idea, but yeah, sure. He's on the 25-man roster. You can pinch hit a pitcher anytime you want.
He likes to be considered a player, not just a pitcher. He doesn't want to just be a guy that throws a baseball once every 35 times, 35 times a year and be part of the team. I don't think he's on the list, but Micah Owings played for the Diamondbacks and now with Cincinnati.
He could definitely do it. Well, what a play by Kennedy. Throw to first in time.
That is a tremendous play, and Mike Napoli is not going to bunt, so Kennedy back, but the top spin, backs-handed and up plenty of time once he got the ball, and going to throw out his former teammate. Tremendous play by Adam Kennedy. New to third base just this year, last few weeks as a matter of fact, since Mark Ellis rejoined the club.
One out for Gary Matthews.
Well, that's just a reaction. There's no chance to get in front of it, and he realizes playing at second base how much farther back he is than playing at third base. Much more difficult position.
1-1 to Matthews. Matthews struck out looking in the second inning. The average just 233 for son of Gary Matthews, long-time outfielder. We could probably say Sarge's kid, and everybody would know who we're talking about. Gary Matthews Sr., always known as Sarge. Kennedy handles another tough hop, throws to first in time. Put on a show, Adam Kennedy. That was not an easy play.
Well, 2 strikes, so it could be a little bit deeper. No threat of a bunt, but he did have to backpedal. The ball caught him about midsection. But an excellent play again. Excellent hands by Adam Kennedy. Wow. Highlight tape right there. Of course, that's the smile of saying, I don't even like playing over here. I'm going to play because I want to be in the lineup.
So I'll do the best I can.
Absolutely, and can really appreciate the 6-time Gold Glover Eric Chavez, who makes those plays look always routine, but Adam Kennedy make them look routine today. And we hope Chavez is doing well. His back surgery and has not been around the club, but thinking about him and hope he is recuperating and can get back. If not sooner, definitely by spring training next year, and be ready to go for the 2010 season.
Kendrick fouls it straight back. So getting back to the pitchers pinch hitting, those are the 5 A's pitchers that have actually pinch hit in a game, starting with Raleigh in 1975. Last one to do it, Bob Welch in 1994. Last pitcher to pinch hit for a position player, remember Brooks Kieschnick?
Yep.
Brooks Kieschnick he's actually drafted as a position player, but he had such a terrific arm. They tried him as a pitcher, and he made it to the big leagues as a pitcher, but he was still a very, very good hitter, obviously. Swing and a miss by Brett Anderson. That is strikeout number 4, and he has retired 15 in a row. Bottom of the 5th coming up. No score.
A's fans, get ready to get
Bottom of the 5th, no score. The A's and the Angels. John Lackey back to work. They face Giambi, Sweeney, and Ellis. Just 2 hits in the ball game, both by the Athletics. A single by Hairston in the first, a single by Cust in the fourth. Giambi hit a long fly ball to right field that was caught by Bobby Abreu to end the second inning. There's the good curveball on 2-0, and it's in for a strike. Giambi 2 for 7 in this series. He's got 3 career home runs off of John Lackey.
Back on April the 21st, 2006, a game in which Jeff Mathis caught John Lackey. I think it might have been one of the first times that he caught him, and there were a lot of times that Lackey shook off his catcher, but most of the times went to the curveball. And today it seems like there's fewer shakeoffs, and which means that when that happens, a catcher will go to the pitch that the pitcher is usually shaking to. And if he wants to shake to a fastball, that's one thing, but as it turned out, Lackey threw 113 pitches in 5+ innings. A's ended up beating him, walked 7 in the game. But more than anything, his rhythm was off because he had to shake off, or was shaking off, too many times.
Center field hit well. Matthews near the wall. He's got room. 1 out. Must have got it off the end of the bat a little bit.
That 86 mile an hour changeup, so you combine the two, it's going to stay in the park. Plus, he didn't pull it, and a little bit away, and actually probably more the fact that it was up and a changeup that helped Lackey and the Angels keep it in the park. Plus, go to the deepest part of the park makes it even harder. Good swing by Giambi as he took the breaking balls, got the changeup, one of the few that Lackey has thrown today.
Brian Sweeney hit a ground ball to second base in the 3rd inning on the outside corner strike. So the average 265 for Sweeney. He's 1 for 9 so far in this series. Reggie Willits back, and to his right, he's got it.
Well, new for the A's this year, it's called the Victory Pack. The new A's Victory Pack includes 4 great games on the field level, and including the Yankees and Jason Giambi bobblehead night. For each game the A's win, within the Victory Pack, you get a voucher good for an additional game. You can order tickets at oaklandathletics.com or go to 510-638-GO-A's. The Victory Pack, and a chance to come out to see some good baseball games, good teams, and some wins for the A's.
Long run for Gary Matthews Jr. He's got it. Side retired. 3 up, 2 down inning for Lackey. 6th inning coming up. No score. Legacy Whiskey. Please drink responsibly. Top of the 6th inning at the Coliseum. Brett Anderson back to the mound. He'll face Wood, Mathis, and Willits. A couple of right-handed hitters and then a switch hitter. No walks, 4 strikeouts. Angels still looking for their first hit. That is bounced foul.
And good news for Sunday afternoon. Dibs
have arrived. Oh yeah. Don't be looking at my dibs. Mike Ratus is eyeballing them.
We'll share with Mike.
Yeah, I'll give him 1. How many are in here? 26, is that right?
I don't know. You've counted them.
Somebody said 26. I'll give you 1.
How about a couple of nights ago? This is a great shot.
What's he looking at?
Yeah.
What could he be so intent on?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, a little turkey sandwich.
Have a few dibs for dessert. Been missing Chef Rodney. You know, Chef Rodney was here a few homestands ago. Brought up a nice assortment of food.
Boy, he spoiled us that day.
Yeah. Rodney's been busy taking care of all the catering for the East and West Side clubs.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Brandon Wood is retired. 5 strikeouts for Brett Anderson.
But he has not gotten to a 3-ball count yet. 2-2 is the most, and it goes with a breaking ball again and gets the swing and miss over the top of the hard slider down and in. That back foot goes with a breaking ball, the slider, curve ball, and he's mixing both in there, and it's a great pitch.
Here's Jeff Mathis. Lined out to Mark Ellis in the 3rd inning. Brett Anderson has been on top of his game today.
Still good velocity, 95 with that fastball.
Popped up. Kurt Suzuki fighting the sun. Now Kennedy comes over and Adam Kennedy has it. 2 outs.
Some catchers wear sunglasses, others don't, and when they're not wearing sunglasses, please help third baseman, and watch Kurt Suzuki look for Adam. There he is, and I don't know that Kurt ever found the ball.
No.
So definitely looking for help, and that's what a first and third baseman should do. Earned run for Brett Anderson, previous 8 1/3 innings. That includes the shutout, 2-hit shutout against the Red Sox, of course, the 4 innings against Tampa Bay.
Coming in, Hairston, he's got it. Side retired. 18 in a row retired by Brett Anderson. No score.
Stadium. Big days. It's Ricky's jersey retired in a pregame ceremony starting at 5:30. Rickey Henderson weekend. 10,000 fans receive a number 24 replica jersey courtesy of Pepsi. Sunday, August the 2nd, 10,000 fans will receive a 5-foot-tall Rickey Henderson banner courtesy of Kingsford Capital Management. Tickets are on sale at oaklandathletics.com, or you can call 877-493-BALL.
Sounds like a good weekend to be at the ballpark. So it's a week from today, right? Rickey goes in.
It is. A week from today and 2 weeks from last night, we'll be back here as Rickey's number 24 will be retired.
Line drive right back to Lackey. He grabs it, so Kennedy's retired.
We all know how great Steve Vucinich is, the A's longtime equipment manager and home side clubhouse manager. Of course, he was on the visiting side when Frank Sinchek was here. But Steve Vucinich actually got Kurt Suzuki to change, or maybe Kurt went to him, because Kurt was wearing number 24 last year. And Steve knew that Rickey going into the Hall of Fame this year, that there probably in the near future would be a time in which the A's would retire number 24. So Kurt Suzuki went to Yogi Berra as number 8. Nobody was wearing number 24 this year, and nobody will ever wear it again, as it will be retired 2 weeks from last night. So Kurt with the puka shells and number 8 on his back gave up the number 24.
Well, maybe Kurt said, I want to wear the number that Ray Fosse wore when his career started with the Cleveland Indians.
No, probably
old number 8.
Probably Yogi Berra. Maybe Yogi Suzuki. That's a good one. Of course, Kurt probably would never say some of the things that Yogi has said over his lifetime, like come to a fork in the road, take it.
Take it. Nobody ever goes there anymore. It's too crowded.
Well, he could go on and on. We'll leave it at that. He was a great catcher, a great man, and let's see. He's probably the greatest living Yankee now, right? Yogi Berra. He forced so Yogi.
You can make a pretty good argument for Yogi.
Yogi's there.
3-1 fastball right on the outside corner. So the story right now is Brett Anderson, but the other story is the A's got to get a run against John Lackey. 3-2, strike 3 called on the outside corner. He went right back to the same spot, and he got the call on 3-1, and he got the call on 3-2.
Well, they went to the fastball, a little two-seamer, and we'll see if we went to the chalk line. That was at least closer to the strike zone. Looked like a pretty good pitch. I think the way Orlando Cabrera was heading to first base, he was looking more for a breaking ball.
2 outs for Scott Hairston. Fastball in there for a strike. 1 walk, 5 strikeouts now for John Lackey. Ibar has it at short, flips it across, side retired. So that's 7 in a row retired by John Lackey. 7th inning coming up, 0-0. against the Angels. It was a Mark Ellis walk-off grand slam in the 12th inning. What a perfect way for a walk-off home run. Grand slam, Mark Ellis. That's our Carl's Jr. in your face. Again, June 8th of last year. That was a fun day, and if I remember correctly, the A's had lost the first 2 games of that series, and they desperately needed it.
Just like
today.
Win,
yeah.
Just like today. He just had a visit from the man himself, the Dibs man.
Made it all the way up there. That's
Said
awesome.
he heard we didn't have any dibs, so he came up himself personally, and he'll be back down in the stands. Walk-off slams, Gene Tennis, McGuire, Tony Armas, some good names on the list. Pitch number 76 for Brett Anderson. Unfortunate for the A's, John Lackey is lower than that.
A 1-2 Figgins. Bounce to Kennedy, who charges. He was already in on the grass. Flips to first. 1 out in the 7th.
Yeah, that wasn't an easy play, especially going for the short hop, charging the ball. He actually probably could have stayed back, taken the good hop, but
Number 2.
he's already made some
Derek Ibar.
spectacular plays. That was relatively easy by comparison. But look at the short hop, getting it, and able to get out the speedy Sean Figgins.
Eric Ibar steps up. He has grounded to third and fouled out to first. Bluffs a bunt, takes a strike. Ibar is a switch hitter. Here's that good sharp curveball breaking down and in, and Ibar swings and misses. Bobby Abreu in the on deck circle. 0-2 pitch. Reach for, hit on the ground to Giambi. Slides to the bag. G hangs in there. 2 outs.
That would have been a bad foot race for G. Ibar is a little quicker, a little younger and a little quicker foot, but Jason Giambi, Brett Anderson
Abreu.
was not there, so he decided to take it himself. And Ibar just protecting with a pitch that maybe was outside.
Here's Bobby Abreu with 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Curveball stays high. Just a bit low. Very close pitch. 2-0.
Like Winter's right arm almost went up. It's a big pitch, 2-0, and it's a question of whether he goes back to breaking ball, challenges him with a fastball. Abreu, a very smart hitter.
Right there in the outside corner. 2-1. Abreu a ground out to second. That was in the 1st inning. Struck out swinging in the 4th. In the hole, and that's a base hit. The first hit of the ball game for the Angels, and it comes with 2 outs in the 7th inning. And Brett Anderson's going to get a standing ovation, and he deserves it.
Might get it from the Angels players as well, as he has been dealing, but it looked like Bobby Abreu might have been sitting on the breaking ball because he took the 2-0 fastball, and then Brett came back with a slider, and he just took it to left field, and then no chance for Cabrera to get to it. Left it up a little bit. Maybe that helped him as Anderson goes to the deep knee crouch, and great 6 2/3.
And now they got Abreu picked off to throw to second base in time, and that will do it. A hit for the Angels, nothing else. 7th inning stretch. A's Angels 0-0 ball game. Outs in the game, and he gave up his first hit in the top of the last inning. And Adam Kennedy has put a show on defensively over at third base. Those plays back to back, and that was in the 5th inning. So pitching and defense, the story this afternoon. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. 0-1-0 for the Angels, 0-2-0 for the Athletic. A 1-0 pitch to Matt Holliday. Fouls it straight back. Holliday struck out in the 1st, hit a fly ball to right field in the 4th.
Mike Scioscia sitting down. He's not out on the rail like he normally is.
Trying to change the luck. Popped up on a curveball. The third baseman, Figgins. He makes the catch. So Matt Holliday is 0 for 3. One out here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
And
Designated hitter, number 32, Jack Cust.
So here's Jack Cust. Cust as one of the 2 hits for the A's. It was a single in the 4th inning. He struck out looking in the 2nd. Cust hits one very high, shallow left and toward the line. Reggie Willits has it. 2 quick outs. So the pitch count right now for John Lackey, 71. And we're in the 7th inning. It'd be hard to get much better than that.
The catcher, number 8, Kurt Suzuki.
So here's Kurt Suzuki. Kurt with a strikeout and a pop out to 2nd. We mentioned that Angels, or excuse me, the Mariners score their 5-3 win over the Indians. Russ Branyan hit his 23rd home run of the year. Ichiro had 3 hits. Boy, Russ Branyan, what a story that is, huh?
he is going to send a boatload of Christmas cards to Don Wakamatsu, because it was Waku in the spring training told him, "You're my first baseman. You're going to play righties, lefties. I don't care. You're going to play." And it's meant so much to Russell Branyan that he has had a tremendous year backing up exactly what Don Wakamatsu thought he could do.
I don't know this for a fact, but I'd bet a lot of money no manager has ever said that to Russ Branyan
absolutely
before.
not. Look how many clubs he's played on.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the power.
He's always had great power.
Yeah. But he's, you know, every time you go to the plate, well, am I going to platoon? If I go 0 for 4, am I out of the lineup? So Locke gave him the confidence, and he took it from there.
And Branyan not just hitting home runs, his average around 275. Pop foul back. The Blue Jays beat the Red Sox 3-1. A complete game for Roy Halladay. That's his 11th win of the year. Complete game, 105 pitches. He beat John Lester. And the Yankees won their game, so the Yankees just 1 game behind the Red Sox. Yankees swept the Tigers in a 3-game series. The final today was 2-1. Teixeira with home run number 23. And Alex Rodriguez with home run number 19 and number 572 in his career. So the Yankees closing in on the Red Sox in the AL East. So Halladay got his 11th win. The Giants' Matt Cain got his 11th win this afternoon.
And the question is, with the trading deadline 2 weeks from just this past Friday, the 31st of July, will Matt Holliday be
Roy Halladay and Matt Holliday.
Matt Holliday. Roy Halladay.
Well, you could probably say both of them, right?
I'm sure there's some question marks.
So what I know you don't like to make predictions, but do you think Roy Halladay will get traded?
I don't think so. I think the Blue Jays will ask for so much, it'd be hard for a club to give up what they're going to ask for. I mean, they have to get a tremendous package for him. I mean, I would think, but Who knows? Maybe J.P. Ricciardi, and they decide they don't need as much. It's going to be tough. Somebody, if they get him, will get a great pitcher.
The rumor mill is starting to heat up in baseball. 3 up, 3 down inning for John Lackey. He's retired 10 in a row.
In 2 weeks from this weekend, we
presented by Pepsi. Thursday, the August the 6th. That'll be before the A's and the Rangers at 12:35 p.m. Floats made with Dreyer's Grand Ice Cream and the Eastside Club beginning at 1:30. Got to be 11:30. It says 1:30 a.m.
Oh, that's too early for me. No.
Floats are $2. Get autographs and photos for tipping extra. Proceeds go to the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Ricky Henderson will sign photos for donation to the A's Community Fund.
I bet it's
Tickets
it's 10 a.m.
are at OaklandAthletics.com, 877-493-BALL. I'm just reading it, folks. It says 1:30 a.m. and there's no way.
10:30 a.m.
It's got to be 10.
10:30.
10:30?
Yeah. That's my guess.
10:30. So August the 6th, we'll be able to tell you more about that. But Root Beer Float Day coming up.
Dreyer's Ice Cream. So you know who makes dibs, don't you?
Oh, don't we?
Dreyer's.
How would they go with root beer?
Dreyer's dibs.
You ever put root beer in with dibs? Got to have vanilla ice cream for root beer floats.
I'm willing to try. Well, if you like pitchers duels, you're going to like what's going on today here at the Coliseum. Anderson and Lackey. Brett Anderson has given up 1 hit, no walks, 5 strikeouts. Lackey has given up 2 hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Boy, this is one of those games where you just you cross your fingers because it may be one mistake, a mistake pitch, a defensive mistake, could be. You just hope that it's the Angels who make that mistake. Brett Anderson, the youngster. See, I think too what helps Anderson in a game like this is he's already done this, and he did it in hostile territory, Fenway Park.
And that's why it's so important to give a pitcher an opportunity to go the distance, pitch the complete game, whether it's a shutout. In the case of Anderson, it was a 2-hit shutout at Fenway Park.
I got to believe the first complete game or a complete game shutout that you achieve is probably the hardest one.
Yeah. Well, how about just pitching 9 innings, something that had not been done for 151 starts.
Yeah, let alone throwing a shutout.
Almost a year to the date. Justin Duxer went the distance.
90 pitches right now for Brett Anderson. That's a good take by Napoli. A lot of the Angels hitters have swung at that pitch today.
That is the first 3-ball count all day. He's only had 1 2-0 count. And that was Abreu last inning when he fell behind 2-0, got the strike, and then the base hit.
Drive to left. Holiday looking up near the wall. Got it. 1 out.
And Matt Holliday can say, Mike Napoli, I've experienced that. The ball got up too high. The wind knocked it down. I thought it was out. But it was crushed. It was high. Towering fly ball. And Mike Napoli had to be thinking it's a home run. But as high as the ball was hit, you get up high. As Matt Holliday described it, it's like a parachute. See, he actually had to take a step forward. But I would venture to say that Mike Napoli said he got enough. Matter of fact, on Friday night when Kurt Suzuki hit the fly ball, he said he crushed that one. Should have been more than just a sac fly. That's the reaction there of Mike Napoli.
One and one to Gary Matthews Jr. Hit hard but foul past Alfredo Griffin. Matthews with a strikeout and a ground out this afternoon. The only hit for the Angels came with 2 outs in the 7th. Bobby Abreu singled to left field, and he was then caught stealing with Anderson throwing to Giambi, and then Giambi throwing to Cabrera. Hit hard. Ellis on the backhand. Gets up. Throws to first. Got him.
You know, you're going to see an amazing thing done by Mark Ellis when going to his right, but watch how he adjusts when he comes up. He does not have a particularly great grip on the ball, but watch right here. See how he adjusted? The ball almost came out of his glove. He knew he had to hurry because of Matthews, but that's how quickly these guys can get the hand in the glove with the ball, get the correct grip on it, a good enough grip to make the throw. And he did it so quickly, made it look so easy, but right there, just kind of a sleight of hands, and next thing you know, the guy's out at first. Great play by Mark Ellis.
First pitch to Kendrick, driven left center field, and that's going to get to the gap. And one hops the Comcast sign. Kendrick into second with a sliding double. So for the first time, the Angels will have a runner in scoring position, and it's Kendrick with 2 outs.
And a low changeup from Brett Anderson, and Kendrick very strong. Usually hits a lot to the opposite field. And a ground ball to second. He struck out, but the changeup stayed on it, and maybe change up a little bit too hard.
Number 3, Brandon Wood.
Action now for the A's. Looks like Michael Wirtz is up throwing. .98 pitches for Brett Anderson as he meets with the pitching coach Kurt Young on the mound. Brandon Wood is the hitter. The highest pitch total in an inning today for Anderson, 17. That was in the 2nd. He got a couple of strikeouts in that 2nd inning. Here's Wood. Curveball stays outside. Brandon Wood, a fly ball to right field, and a strikeout swinging. And that one was a hittable breaking pitch, and Wood fouled it straight back. Now 1-2. So a couple of good swings by Brandon Wood, but now he's behind in the count. So Anderson try to put him away, and Get the A's back in the dugout for the bottom of the 8th. Giambi will lead things off in the bottom of the 8th, followed by that man Ryan Sweeney and then Mark Ellis. A little bit of work to be done though here in the top of the 8th.
Wants to try to get the hard curve down and in, and got Brandon Wood in his last at bat. 2-2 slider slash curveball, hard to the back foot. Got him swinging over it.
Last 2 curveballs have been up a little bit, maybe not quite where Anderson would like. That one a better spot, and Wood again a foul ball.
Punch him out with a good fastball inside, get him called strike 3.
We'll get a quick meeting at the mound. All other games are final in the American League except the Rays and the Royals in Kansas City. That's Tampa Bay 4, Kansas City 3 in the 9th inning. The Twins and the Rangers will play tonight. Swing and a miss. Got him, and there was the slider. Down and in, and a strikeout number 6 for Brett Anderson. Bottom of the 8th coming up. No score. First pitch to Jason Giambi in the bottom of the 8th is a bit high. Giambi, Sweeney, and Ellis against John Lackey.
And get Brett Anderson a run, because he looks like he's out of the game. Andrew Bailey loosening in the A's bullpen. We're going to have a nice bottle of water and sit and watch.
Lackey on the left has retired 10 in a row. He's had a runner at second in the first inning with 2 outs, and then in the 4th they had first and third with 2 outs. They're the only 2 scoring opportunities against Lackey today. 3-0 pitches in their first, right?
Well, if Jason gets on, pretty good chance Rajay Davis will run for him. Try to find a way to get a run against the tough John Lackey.
Little pop-up, tough play, and it's going to be caught. Oh my, that was the shortstop Eric Aybar, and what a sensational play by Aybar. I think he was the only guy that had a play on it.
Well, once he called Gary Matthews, I think might have had a chance because it was hit so high, but I think he'd committed to it, waving Matthews off, and at that point he got the snow cone. But Matthews, I think, had enough time to get there, but once Aybar called him off, did not want to have a collision, and that was one heck of a play.
Wow. One out here in the bottom of the 8th, and here's Ryan Sweeney. So great pitching and some very nice defense in this game, so maybe we shouldn't be surprised that a run has not been scored. Outside corner, 0-2. Line drive, Abreu back, and he's there. He's got it. So hard hit ball by Ryan Sweeney, but right into the glove of Bobby Abreu. So 8 shutout innings for Brett Anderson today, and now 21 straight scoreless innings. Last Oakland rookie starter with a longer streak was Barry Zito back in 2000, 23 2/3. So Brett Anderson outstanding this afternoon.
Well, Brett Anderson, I'd say, is a true left-hander. He is unbelievable with his stuff, but whatever he's doing, don't change a thing. He is outstanding.
And what he needs here is Mark Ellis to pull one down the line for a home run.
Trying everything, aren't we?
Strike 3 called right on the outside corner with a fastball. Ellis not happy with Mike Winters. But that is strikeout number 6. always been very tough on the A's. Most wins versus the A's. Among active pitchers, Lackey is third behind Moyer and Randy Johnson.
But how about on July the 7th, 2006, when Mark Kotsay led off the game for the A's with a double. Then he retired 27 in a row.
How about that?
Bobby Crosby at first base for the A's defensively.
I'm going to get a pinch hitter for Jeff Mathis. It's Mycer Izturis, the switch hitter. And he faces the all-star Andrew Bailey. So Izturis hitting for Mathis. So each team with 2 hits. That's it.
Great numbers for Andrew Bailey. 188 earned run average, no runs last 12 games. 62 strikeouts, 19 walks.
Bailey pitched on Friday night, threw an inning, a couple of strikeouts. It was the 9th inning that he pitched, but the A's had a 4-run lead, so he did not get a save in that game. High fastball, foul back, 2-2 to Izturis. Izturis is 3 for 10 in this series. Swing and a miss. 1 out in the 9th.
Now they cut fastball hard.
Number 77, Reggie
Good
Willis.
break on it, enough to fool Izturis as a swing and miss.
So here's Reggie Willits. Willits, the 9th place hitter. Willits, a ground ball to second and a fly ball to center field. That was batting right-handed against Brett Anderson. One and one the count. Remember a couple of years ago, Reggie Willits was a big part of the Angels. Started 119 games in 2007, but last year just 23 and spent a fair amount of time in the minor leagues. And really back and forth between the Angels and the minor leagues this year.
A great role player, bench player, and Mike Such in that year that you're talking about, a lot of injuries the outfielder, so he got a chance to play a lot.
He went around 2-2.
This is a hard cut fastball, hard to lay off. Not much of a check swing, went too far.
Sean Figgins is in the on deck circle. Strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bailey here in the top of the 9th.
Now the cutter, this went up a little bit, but Mike Winters liked the height of it. Had the corner. Kurt Suzuki kept it in the strike zone.
So here's Sean Figgins. Figgins is 0 for 3. He has grounded out twice, both to third, and hit a fly ball to left field. So his first at bat, batting left-handed in today's game. Outside corner, 1-1. Just 90 pitches for John Lackey, so he will head out there for the bottom of the 9th. Line drive, Crosby grabs it, side retired. Bottom of the 9th coming up. 1 run to win it for the A's. full coverage from the game here in Oakland and full coverage in the Giants-Pirates game in Pittsburgh. And how did Tom Watson do in the British Open? Was he able to hang on and win it? Did it go into a playoff? They'll let you know. That's tonight. Sportsnet Central, 6 o'clock on CSN Bay Area. Bottom of the 9th inning. Top of the order for the A's. Kennedy against Lackey. The ball's grounded. And that's into center field. A base hit for Kennedy. Winning run aboard with nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th.
Well, Adam Kennedy, good swing on a breaking ball from John Lackey. He's thrown several today, but also mixed the fastballs with the curveball, but never stayed up just enough. So how about just a hit and run first pitch and go first and third?
That's what I would do. Bobby Wilson is the new catcher, as Jeff Mathis was pinch hit for. Kennedy with a good lead. Cabrera's going to bunt, and he pulls the bat back, pitches outside.
Cabrera and Kennedy have done such a good job with the hit and run. But try to get a runner in scoring position, so the sacrifice probably more in order.
Cabrera wants to see the signs again from Mike Gallego. The bunt, and it's a good one. Lackey picks it up, flips it to first, and the sacrifice complete. Nice job by Cabrera. Kennedy the winning run now at second base.
Orlando Cabrera, that is his 5th, and he knew Figgins was charging hard from third. So what does he do? Makes the pitcher field the ball. John Lackey only looked to one place, and that's first base. Excellent technique by the A's shortstop.
So Scott Hairston, a chance to be a hero in front of the A's fans. First time in this series. Matt Holliday is in the on-deck circle. Well, these situations, Ray, you always have first base to kind of play with if you're the pitcher. And I think you're always thinking about, boy, the guy gets to first. I can make one pitch and get a double play and get out of the inning, but you're also bringing up Matt Holliday to the plate. That one grounded. Ibar, he'll go across the diamond in time to get Hairston. Going to third is Kennedy. 2 outs, and here comes Holliday. So the crowd this afternoon, 18,539, and they are rising to their feet. Anticipating maybe a game-winning hit by Matt Holliday. Lackey's ready. Kennedy with his lead at third. Lackey from the stretch to Holliday. Fastball just a bit inside. Lackey thought it was a strike.
Made all those curveballs that Lackey's been throwing today, and Mathis did a good job blocking them. Maybe he want to bounce. Maybe he won't throw one thinking he's going to bounce one.
There's that fastball, and looks like it's got a little cut to it, and Holliday has had all kinds of trouble with that today.
Inside is a target, but pitches away. Matt has gotten several of those today.
And a fastball right down the heart, and Holliday fouled it back. 94 miles per hour. He's looking for a celebration. See if Holliday can come through. Curveball, and whoa, what a block by Bobby Wilson. There's your call, Ray, right there.
Well, game saver, hard breaking ball. Holliday didn't go after it, but a tremendous block. And it's one thing about the catchers of the Angels, they do that very well.
Two and two. And Holiday, did he go? No. Jerry Lane says no go on the high fastball, and now it's a full count.
Got a few angels looking at Jerry Lane. Very strong Matt Holliday, and immediately they go to first base. Jerry Lane said no.
Hopped up down the right field line. Wood in foul territory makes the catch. Side retired. A's got a leadoff hit from Kennedy, but they cannot win it in the bottom of the ninth. Contenders, the Minnesota Twins. Gio Gonzalez will take them out for the A's. He'll be opposed by Nick Blackburn. Our HD coverage begins with A's pregame live at 6:30. It's all right here on Comcast Sportsnet California. It's where the A's are, and that is Comcast Channel 89 right here in the Bay Area. So that's the first of three between the A's and the Twins. Blackburn Gonzalez tomorrow night. Swarzak Brayton on Tuesday night, and then Wednesday is a day game. Perkins, Cahill, and we will have all three of those games for you right here on Comcast Sportsnet California. After that game on Wednesday, the A's will board their team charter and fly to New York for the road trip, and it's going to be a challenge road trip. 4 in New York, 4 in Boston for the Athletics. So that is what's coming up for the A's. Ibar Abreu Napoli against Andrew Bailey here in the 10th inning. John Lackey making the big pitches when he had to in the bottom of the ninth.
Well, he stayed with the fastballs to Matt Holliday, especially after his catcher blocked the one curveball in the dirt. But made the good location with a fastball and got a big out when he needed it. You know, I was looking for a big hit because we could have said this game would have been played under 2 hours.
You're right.
Started at 106. Final out recorded about 105. Final out of the ninth inning anyway. 305 that is.
Yep.
So the A's would try to win it in extra innings. Seattle, they had the 9 innings shutout both ways, and then won in extra innings, and the home run by Holliday.
Bat goes flying. Crosby takes care of the ground ball. So 1 out here in the 10th.
Number 53, Bobby Abreu.
Fortunately, the bat did not hit anybody, but another good breaking ball, hard. Everything hard from Andrew Bailey. Bobby Crosby in defensively in the 9th inning. Handled the line drive by Figgins. Now, good play on Ibar's ground ball.
Bobby Abreu steps in. Abreu got the first hit for the Angels today, and it came with 2 outs in the 7th inning. It's the closer Brian Fuentes for the Angels. Abreu outside of the base hit. He has a ground out and a strikeout. 1 for 3. And he drives one to right. And the Angels take the lead 1-0. Bobby Abreu, home run number 7.
And if you want to see a hitter looking for a fastball and changing his swing considerably, Bobby Abreu hit a base hit to left field, but look at the swing. Watch this. This location, he opened up, but he just knew he was going to get a fastball, and he put everything into it. Pitch supposed to be outside. They did not want to take a chance and go in, but it was a mistake, and it was a no doubt home run.
So Mike Napoli steps in. Coming into that at bat, Bobby Abreu was 3 for 17 in the series. The A's had done a pretty good job against him, but he's such a good hitter.
You think of his home run power that he showed in the All-Star Game home run hitting contest 2005 at Detroit's Comerica Park. 41 home runs. But since then he had not hit a lot. Very many at all. A multi-home run game just a couple of weeks ago, only the 3rd time in over 650 games since 2005. At that time, went back to his home run power, and very good stroke, no doubt.
Well, you know what, though, Ray? He may not be hitting home runs like he used to, but he still drives in runs.
Yeah, absolutely. A smart hitter, and that's what happens. You're a smart hitter, and in this case, he looked for the pitch and got it, and so far given his club a one-run lead.
6 straight years of 100 or more RBIs, and he's on his way to doing it again this year. Strike 3 call to Mike Napoli. So that's 9 strikeouts by A's pitchers tonight, or today.
Well, the curveball that
Gary Matthews Jr.
stayed up a little bit, but stayed on the inside part of the plate. One of the last times that Andrew Bailey made a mistake on a location of a fastball was Ben Zobrist. First trip into St. Petersburg against the Rays. Hit a home run to tie the game. The A's lost in extra innings.
Curveball in for a strike to Gary Matthews Jr. It's the 4th home run that Bailey has given up this year.
A's are going to see Brian Fuentes at the bottom of the 10th. He actually was going to come in, I think, anyway. At least there was bullpen activity. Maybe when Abreu hit the home run, Fuentes got up.
A's will have Cust, Suzuki, and Giambi. 3 scheduled hitters in the bottom of the 10th. If anybody were to get on, it would be Sweeney. So some left-handed hitters coming up for Fuentes to face. Holiday coming in. He'll get there on the move. Side retired, but Bobby Abreu, a 1-out solo home run here in the top of the 10th, and the Angels have a 1-0 lead. strikeouts, and he's going to watch the rest of this game from the clubhouse. The A's came back in a game early in the year, the first series of the year against Brian Fuentes. He got a blown save. That was April 8th, and he won the game.
Well, the A's got 3 off of him. They just need to get 2 this afternoon. Garciaparra, big hit, scored a run. So he's been good. In that particular game, he was not against the Athletics, as he has 27 for 30 in save opportunities, only 9 walks. So like the A's will have to hit their way on base.
Pinch hitter for the A's, Nomar Garciaparra, will hit for Cust. In the top of the inning, I said Giambi was hitting third in this inning, but it's actually not. It's Bobby Crosby who's in the game. So it's going to be Garciaparra, Suzuki, and Crosby, the 3 scheduled hitters. So Garciaparra hitting for Cust.
Trying to stay outside. Another pitch called outside to Nomar.
Nomar got a 2-0 fastball, and he had a good swing, and he fouled it straight back.
See that more and more often. And of course, kind of the thought process, you stay away from a hitter. Try to keep him from being able to hit the ball to the shortest distance in the park. In this case, a right-hander down the left field line.
3-1. There's Kurt Suzuki, the on-deck hitter. Garciaparra this year 4 for 16 as a pinch hitter. And there's a fastball in there for a strike. See, Fuentes doesn't necessarily throw real hard, 90, 91, but it is a bit of a funky delivery, and it's a weird arm angle.
Yeah, it kind of slings the ball, drops down and slings it.
So I think his ball just has some strange movement to it. Looks like it really tails away from right-handed hitters, which a lot of lefties will do that, but his maybe even more so. He's got a good slider as well. Another pop-up foul, so Garciaparra battling Fuentes, trying to get aboard. Rajai Davis has not been used in this game, so maybe if Nomar gets aboard, we could see Rajai. Fly ball to right field. Abreu shading his eyes. And he's got it. 1 out here in the 10th. So here's Kurt Suzuki.
Now batting, the catcher, number 8, Kurt Suzuki.
So Suzuki 0 for 3 this afternoon as he steps in to face Fuentes. Kurt has had a tough series. He's 1 for 15 in this 4-game set against the Angels. Grounds to the right side where Kendrick has it, 2 outs. So Bobby Crosby steps in. Crosby homered on Friday night.
Hanger from Joe Saunders, and Bobby a 3-run shot down the line. Barbecue Terrace, his 4th, 3rd against a lefty this year. Lefty's on the mound now.
Crosby takes outside with a fastball. Rajai Davis has come out into the on-deck circle if Crosby were to get aboard. That's Ryan Sweeney's spot in the lineup. Strike on the outside corner. Didn't have to be. It's 1-1. 2-1 Crosby. Swing and a miss on a fastball. See, there it is. It's 90 miles an hour. Just
any movement at all. It seems like it's a lot harder. Actually, a better pitch when it's got some movement on it.
Chopper over the mound. Kendrick charges, flips to first, not in time. A's still alive here in the bottom of the 10th.
A pitch outside to Bobby Crosby, and with the swing and the ball to the right side, he was running out of the box quickly and hustled and able to beat the throw in the attempt. Played by his tourist, but not enough time, so there's the hope.
So Rajay Davis steps in. So Bob Guerin doing his best to get the right-handed hitters against Fuentes. Pinch hitting Garciaparra for Cust. Crosby was already in the game for Giambi, and now Davis for Sweeney. The first pitch, swing and a miss by Rajay. Rajay was going to win it right there with that swing.
Yeah, wasn't going to be an inside the park home run either.
Outfield very deep for the Angels. She left in center fairly deep as the ball goes over Fuentes' head. Timeout is called. Bobby Abreu in right field is playing about his normal spot. Oh, 2 pitches, that slider that stays outside. Rajay as a pinch hitter this year is 1 for 5. This one hit to shallow center. Matthews coming in, and he calls everybody off, and he almost lost it in the sun, and he caught it right near the ground. Crosby had already reached third base. If he doesn't catch it, Crosby scores, and this game is tied. But Gary Matthews, give him some credit. He hung in there, and he made the catch, fighting that sun the whole way.
He said, I got it, lost it, and then came out of the sun, and he reached out far enough to be able to make the catch. And Brian Fuentes, a big sigh of relief.
So 1-0 the final this afternoon in 10 innings for the 7th time this year. The A's are shut out. 2 hours and 17 minutes is the time of game in front of 18,539.